Hello friends. So RBI's asset, if we look into, then it is something interesting to know that the asset base of RBI has increased over the past years, recently from last FY by more than near about 30%, from somewhere around $400 billion to more than $500 billion, with a huge component of forex reserves. Now, with this asset base, the kind of interest income being generated, that is something that has not increased in the same proportion. The increase in that interest income is only YOY increase is 2.3%. Now, why that has happened? Why the asset yield potential of the RBI's asset has reduced drastically uh, from somewhere around 3% to 2%, 2.5%. The reason for that is the asset of RBI, both in rupee and in foreign exchange, is something not yielding the same interest returns as it was earlier, especially in the rupee context. We understand how the policy rates have been reducing, so the interest income is also correspondingly reducing for the RBI. So even with an increase in asset, we'll have a lower interest income, and overall, therefore, we see lesser income under interest to RBI. Similar is the case for foreign exchange reserves. We understand in the global context as well, the returns are low in these times for whatever investments being made, and be it whatever US Treasury bill or whatever government bills RBI are keeping in its asset is buying, is all yielding low. So overall, we understand that the growth of interest income has not been in proportion to the growth of assets what RBI has seen. And however, another thing is that RBI also earns from other sources, and one of the sources, the gains it creates from buying and selling trading of foreign exchange. So from there, it has made earnings. That earning is has increased uh, at a good pace in the last couple of years. So overall, we see how these what these numbers suggest us on how the asset of RBI increasing and then decreasing, or the interest income is increasing, decreasing. These things, these understandings helps us to get an insight on the kind of interventions RBI can make and what are the repercussions of those in its balance sheet and income, and consequently how a stable framework is being put, how a stable macroeconomy is being ensured in the context. So these numbers helps us get an insight on how the macro policy pictures will move ahead. Thank you.